Good evening. You're watching the late news on HKIBC. I'm Corinne Yang.
And I'm Edna Zhe. Here are tonight's top stories.
Blame game begins as experts find out how the airport became source of measles outbreak.
Government may shelve its plan for the second time to secure LegCo approval to adjust cross-harbour tunnel fees.
And President Xi Jinping continues his European tour in France.
A renowned microbiologist has called on the airport authority to probe if Cathay Pacific broke any rules by allowing its pilot to work on 9 flights while carrying symptoms of measles.
The total number of measles cases in Hong Kong has climbed to 20 this year, while Macau has also reported an outbreak. Airport staff flocked to the Department of Health's vaccination booth to get their measles shot this morning. The airport became a vaccination priority as a quarter of the city's 20 cases involved airport workers. To make it more convenient for staff, the department set up a second booth outside the restricted area. But it was still not a smooth process. Some had to wait up to 90 minutes to get vaccinated. Staffs and Workers Union of Hong Kong Civil Airlines Vice Chairman Lee Wing-fu hoped health authorities could set up more booths, since the busy aviation hub has over 70,000 working in it. He also called for flexible arrangements for staff who worked overnight shifts.
衞生署俾出嚟嘅信息咧，我哋覺得係唔係太足夠嘅。
Meanwhile, the union's Secretary General Ip Wai-ming took to the airwaves to accuse health authorities for withholding information. He was furious that the department did not disclose which departments and on what levels the infected staff worked at the airport. One of the latest confirmed cases was a Cathay Pacific pilot. The 41-year-old piloted 9 flights to and from places such as Manila, Singapore and Bangkok, despite developing a fever and a rash. Another question that drew concern was how the man was allowed to cross the border. Top microbiologist Ho Pak Lang demanded a probe.
There is a requirement from the IATA that a person who may be suffering from a communicable disease that can be transmitted to another person should not be allowed to fly. So I think there is a need for the airport authority to look into this.
Center for Health Protection Controller Wong Ka-hing said health screeners at the airport could have missed the pilot if he took fever medication. He also denied the center withheld information, as details of those infected may not be immediately available. Over in Macau, a measles outbreak has also hit the gambling hub. At least 19 cases have been recorded this year. A cluster of patients caught the disease in Kiang Wu Hospital, one of Macau's 3 major hospitals.
Sources say the government may withdraw the tunnel toll adjustment plan again. The debate on the non-binding motion was scheduled for Wednesday. It is understood that the government is still trying to lobby for support. If there are not enough votes by tomorrow, the Transport and Housing Bureau may drop the motion. The government said earlier that a third attempt will not be made. Lawmakers are unhappy with the government's insistence to increase toll of the cross-harbour tunnel and Eastern Harbour crossing to $40, even though the government proposed to set aside the additional income for a fund to improve road safety.
A Security Bureau officer has told the court she felt shocked and shaken when Democratic Party lawmaker Ted Hui snatched her phone.
For his action, Ho is on trial for charges of common assault, obtaining access to a computer with a view to dishonest gain, and obstructing a public officer performing her duty.
Democratic Party lawmaker Ted Hui is accused of snatching a mobile phone from a Security Bureau officer at the Legislative Council on the 24th of April last year. This allegedly happened when a LegCo committee was scrutinizing the collocation arrangement for the express rail link. Testifying against the 36-year-old legislator on the first day of the trial was Leung Ngoc Si. She is the principal executive officer of